Hey, welcome to the shop. Today's kind of like a special video. Been brought to my attention by one of my very first subscribers, Mr. Chris Leahy. Uh, Watched all my videos, comments on 90% of them. He told me that this video would be my 100th video, and I needed to make a big deal of it. And that I actually had 80 subscribers. I didn't realize I had that many. And I want to thank each and every one of you 80 for watching and commenting and having a good time. Well, Chris suggested that I make a big deal out of my 100th video, but he didn't tell me what a big deal would be. So I'm kind of winging it. My first reaction was to get a couple guests, a couple people over, but this is the week before Christmas Eve, Sunday before Christmas Eve Sunday. Everybody's got shit to do. Ain't got time for that. So I'm just gonna wing it. I'm gonna give you the latest fail on the Apache. I'll show you I got my Christmas lights on and I got a Bub Greasy Flip. So without further ado, I have been working on the Apache. Last video you saw my grandson WR4. We did a compression test, and the compression was not good. 4 out of the 6 cylinders were like 40, and the other two were marginal at 70. Not good, not good at all. Um, but I was curious. There's another test that I could do, which was called a cylinder leak test. What you do is you bring the cylinder or that particular cylinder piston, either top dead center or bottom dead center. You add shop air, compressed air, and if you hear air whistling out the exhaust pipe, you know you got a bad exhaust valve. Coming up to the carburetor, you know you got a bad intake valve. You hear rumbling in the oil pan, you know you got bad rings. If it's bubbling up in the radiator, you got a bad head gasket or something worse, like a cracked head or a cylinder. Um, Now, when I did the test on, I didn't film any of it. It's probably a good thing I didn't because I was a lot of cussing was going on. Let's put it that way. I hit the trifecta, the triple deke, the hat trick. I got air whistling out of exhaust valves, intake valves, and into the oil pan in 4 out of the 6 cylinders. The other two are whistling too. Fortunately for me, none of it's whistling out of the water. So there's no cracks. That's a good thing. But I tell you, I've been doing this a long time, and I have never had air whistle out of all three places in the same cylinder. Jeez Louise, holy mackerel kingfish. Uh, well, anyway, make a long story short, let me turn you around, like take a look. I don't know. Uh, I'm gonna get the grandson when he comes over to go ahead and pull the head off. I want to get a good look in there and see what's going on. Now I whoop, have been doing some work on the brow up here, but you notice over here in that corner, that's where the factory, right over here, there's lead in there. What I need to do is melt that lead out because you can't weld to it. And when I realized what was going on, we still had a whole lot of mouse house. Um, as you can see down here on the floor. Now, I did a major cleanup around here. It was getting on my nerves, and this is just what I blew out of this corner. This thing is filthy. Uh, when I was doing my cleanup, the boys took the door off, uh, leaning against the garage door back there. I went to move it. Christ, it must have weighed 300 pounds. I couldn't believe it. Uh, it's full of dirt. All right, so here, let me show you my Christmas lights. Bling, blingy, bling, bling, blingy, bling. All right. Oh, some of you astute viewers might notice Firebird's missing. It's not missing. Don't worry. I needed to open the pay bay up. Is what was the problem here. All my projects and all my tools and all my equipment has been bought and paid for by generating the money right here in the pay bay. So I'm broke. So I had to move the Firebird into the little garage so I could open up the pay bay. My buddy, the mystery mechanic, wants to do some more work on Project Rusty. He's been busy this summer with home improvements and such. So that was another reason why we had to get it out of here. We need to get that thing finished and back on the road. So I squeezed the Firebird into the little garage. And I'm going to take you out there. Also, I'm going to show you Bub's Greasy Flip. Again, I'm broke. I'm selling everything. You see anything you like, make me an offer. Woo! I had to do a little hydration there. I was getting a little dry. You know what I'm talking about. All right, kids, let's take a walk outside. Oops. Sorry about that. Don't mean to make you seasick. Well, there's my grandsons right there. I measure them every once in a while. Joe Boy on the right, Walt WR4 on the left. He's getting to be big. I was hoping he'd come over today, so help me, but he's having fun. Come on. Dreary day, rainy. Well, there's the Firebird. She's tucked in tight, very tight. It just fits in there. I got some cheap, horrible freight dollies, furniture dollies, in order to get it in there. That bumper is not quite touching the back wall, and it's not quite touching the front. She just fits in here. Now you're probably wondering, well, why don't you put the top on it and drive it? Well, again, like I said, the only money I got to spend on projects is what I generate. And I wound up taking my money that I saved for the top and the exhaust for the bird and bought the Apache. So I'm broke again. So here's my Greasy Flip. The 46 Ford, two-door, Tudor, they call it. Everything but an engine. It's a good project car. Anybody out there to like it? Want to take this project over? The body is in perfect condition. No rust, no dents. It just needs to be finished. And it needs an engine. Anybody interested? It is on Marketplace. My neighbor, my good friend over here, a good guy, good neighbor, put it on Marketplace for me. And I haven't gotten one frickin' phone call. It's Christmas. Nobody wants to mess with this crap. But if you or any of your friends are interested, please contact me. If you'd like to see more, there's videos on this car from when I brought it home and got it to this state. Everything chassis-wise is done. Body has been backyard painted with Rust-Oleum. The fenders need to be painted, and so does the hood. But we got all the parts except for an engine. And the only reason why I bought the car was because I really wanted a flathead project, and that turned to shit on me. So what are you going to do? It's got to go. I need an engine for the Apache, a transmission for the Apache. Something's got to go. I'm not getting rid of the Firebird. That's Mama's car. My young, beautiful, very, very loving wife. Uh, that's something she wanted, and I will finish it. It's just, I gotta sell my body or something. I don't know. And there's a lawn tamer, 1990 John Deere 318, still cutting grass like a new one. You don't make them like that anymore, John. Dang it. This is long before they started subbing everything out to the overseas. We won't say any more about that. Let's get a little shot of the front of the shop here. Oh, yeah, Franklinville, Reynolds Road. God love America. There's Project Rusty. All right, I'm going back in the shop because it's cold and I'm thirsty. And I'm going to end this video. I want to thank each and every one of you for sticking around. I want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas. There she is. I tell you what, the dust, the dirt. I would love to know the history. I can only assume that my engine is full of that crap too. You can see the dust in the radiator. Ay, 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 ay. All right. Once again, I want to thank everybody for watching. I want to thank each of my 80 subscribers. A special thanks to Mr. Chris Leahy. 100th video. Got the Christmas lights on, got a cold beverage. Took a little puff or two before you guys showed up. It's going to be a great day. Thanks again. Have a wonderful, wonderful holiday. Bye-bye.